quick surprise pop-up live. If anybody pops on, we'll go from there. But I have looked at a couple of different videos from some people, and this seems to be kind of going around, and I kind of wanted to throw my spin on it too, which the title of this, which real quick, do you guys see the new hat I got? Got that from a family member. Um, but going back to it, sorry, was are you prepared for this? Now, I just recently put out a video, kind of prepping 101 for people that, are just getting started into all this. Excuse me. And one of the things that you need to do if you are just getting into this is, what are you even prepping for? Now, there's multiple things, whether that be something such as a natural disaster, depending on the area you live in. Mother Nature's doesn't care who you are. If you're ready, it's going to strike. And so if a flood happens, you have what you need. If a wildfire happens, if an earthquake, tornado, anything like that happens, are you prepared? Then you got anything else from sudden, job loss. You work for mom and pop, something happened. You walk in Monday morning, place is closed up. Anything like an unexpected illness or injury, anything like that. There's multiple things. Car accident. You wake up and go to start your car and the engine blows up. Are you financially prepared? There's multiple things that you prepare for, and the reason that you prepare is your reason. Maybe it's not the same reason as me, especially on like natural disaster. You live in somewhere, I don't know, like Hawaii or something like that, or another country or whatnot. You might prepare for a volcano. I live in Ohio. I don't have a volcano. Doesn't mean that preparing for a volcano is wrong. It's just not what I'm going to prepare for. The possibility versus probability for both on me is zero. So I'm not going to spend my time or energy. But here's one that I believe a lot of people, even seasoned veteran people, are not preparing for, which, what if nothing happens? Are you prepared for that? The statistics of anything happening, however minute to, you need to pull out your preps for a night, the power went out and you just need to keep warm and have something to drink, and power comes on, 24 hours later. That's probably going to happen, at some point in time. But what if nothing happens? Are you prepared for that? There's a lot of ones. I watched Pinball this morning, the Stop and Smell the Roses that he kind of put out there. And I see a lot of people that come in to the preparedness community that are starting out, and they do the where do I begin? What do I do? This is all so overwhelming. And trust me, I get it. It's very overwhelming. And same thing with, not stealing for pinball. There is no destination. You're not done prepping ever. I don't care if you've been at this for 50, 60, 70 years. You're not done. You'll never be done. It's, you can get more prepared. You can continue to build, but every water, food, anything that you put away, it all has a shelf life. Things break. You constantly have to rotate, stock, buy new, repair old, continue to learn and whatnot. So it's one of those ones that there's something to do all the time. Every day that you get up, you're like, I got to do this, and I got a checklist and this and that, and I got to do this, and I got to go to this class, and I got to learn this and watch this. And it can very easily get overwhelming. But if you don't take that time, to spend with friends and family and loved ones and even yourself, then what are you preparing for? You know, even if the apocalypse happens, what kind of relationship do you already have with the people around you that, you want to survive with you? That they don't even know you. You've spent all your time and energy and everything else preparing. I mean, I took yesterday off because it was my little one's birthday, and it's one of those ones, you got to take time for what's important. You look around and you see that, uh, for me, I mean, anything can happen at any time, but I didn't see anything on the horizon that yesterday was going to be the end of the world. And so I set a, time apart to have family and friends over and eat cake and watch him open up toys and you know fellowship. And so it goes back into it. Are you prepared for nothing to happen? If you spend all your time doing this and doing that and just and getting overwhelmed and the doom and gloom and all that, and you go 10 years, 20 years, whatever, and nothing continues to happen. Yeah, you get a little bump in the road here, maybe, a weekend without power, you get whatever, but the world keeps spinning. You don't get time back. You don't get to reverse time. You don't get to stop time. Are you prepared for nothing to happen? And I think that goes into the kind of forgottenness that once you get started, that whether you're a part-time prepper or whether you're going full-time into all this, of what you are doing, and you have to make sure that you have that balance. You have to make sure that, just the way if you have a full-time job, that you balance personal and work. You do the balance between home life and social life. There's a balance to include prepping, and I released a video that you take the preparedness and you incorporate it into your everyday routine. It doesn't have to be something to where you're so overwhelmed and you have to force yourself. It should be the same thing of when you get up and you leave, that you grab your keys, you grab this, you grab that, and you grab some prep items. You should feel basically naked if you're leaving the house and you don't grab your get home bag. It's one of those ones that it's just muscle memory, and you do it. You grab your stuff that you need to carry, and it just becomes a routine. But it also needs to come back to, you have to make it fun. You have to make it to where it's something enjoyable and what you want to do. If you have to continually just force yourself, it's not going to be fun. You're not going to keep doing it. And then it brings it back. What happens if nothing happens? Are you prepared for that? You can't sit here and push forward and push and push and push, going, this is going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You put 40 years into it and nothing happens. Are you going to look back and regret, to go all hardcore and not take vacation with your family, not go to your kids' little league game, not take the husband or wife and have a date night, or anything along those lines, go out with some friends? Are you going to look back and regret all that? Because part of prepping is to have that community, to have those relationships, to make sure that the reason that you're prepping is that everybody is, kind of in there and enjoying life. You don't get reset button. You don't get to start over. You don't get to stop time. You get one shot at this. And so you want to be prepared, but you also want to make sure that you have that balance. So just something for you guys to think about. And hopefully you'll get something from this little short talk. But just keep in the back of your mind from watching this, you prep for all the different reasons that you prep for. If you don't already prep for it now, prep for nothing to happen, just in case. You may prep for a tornado, and God forbid everyone, comes and you have a tornado or you experience that. But to prep for a tornado and live your entire life and it never happens, it's not a bad thing. You were ready in case it did. So why not be ready for nothing to happen? Enjoy life. Go outside, start a fire, listen, to the birds, to the crickets, look at some clouds, smell some roses, take a walk, enjoy. You don't get to reset on this one. Sorry, life's not a video game. Go outside, take a break, take a couple hours, take a day, take a weekend. If you've started prepping, even if this is your very first day, you got a case of bottled water and some canned of food and a knife. Great. You have started. You can take a break. You can take a few hours and go enjoy life. And then when you have reset your internal batteries, pick it back up. Start off where you left off at everything. So hopefully you get something out of this. I need to start actually posting, announcing that I am going live. So that way we can get some more stuff. I know it's before noon on a Sunday morning for me. I didn't make any announcements, so that's kind of on me. So, but with that, we'll cut this out. Guys, remember, remain united. We're all prepping in this together. Prepper life. Thanks.